Video yesterday, we definitely need a little more practice on coordinate graphing. Most of you are starting to get it, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so today we're going to do page 785. We're going to do 785 independently, and then you're going to do 787 by yourself. All right, so let's get started. All right, number one. Natalie is graphing point T at 1,8. Should she move up to the right 8 units or up 8 units? So she's got 1,8. This is your run. This is your jump. So does she move right 8 or does she jump 8? She jumps 8. All right. Describe how to graph the point CD. Miss Rose, you can't graph CD. There's no numbers. Well, sure you can. You can say that you run C and jump D. Okay, it doesn't matter. C and D are just letters that represent a number. So it doesn't matter what they're worth. You just know that you're going to run them and you're going to jump them. Excuse me, let me get some coffee. Hot coffee. All right, here we go. Next one, graph each point. All right, so we're going to run, jump, and remember that these are the X coordinates and these are the Y coordinates. So if you have, oh no, sorry about that, guys. I have my phone being held up by soup cans, and sometimes it's effective and sometimes it's not. Okay, so there was a question on the quiz yesterday, which I am not going to count because a bunch of you missed a bunch of the problems, and so that means that you guys don't know it well enough yet. So there was a question yesterday that asked you which points had the same X coordinate. Well, in these points here, we've got the X coordinate for this one is 1, 4, 5, and 0. None of them have the same X coordinate, but they do have, two of them do have the same Y coordinate, G and H. And so what that means is when you plot them, they're going to be on the same Y. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's plot them and I'll show you what that means. So do 1, 3, put a little dot and put an E. Next is 4, 4, put a little dot and that is F. Next is run 5, jump 2, start at the origin, run to the right 5, jump 2, it's G. And then for H, run nothing and jump 2. So if the question said which 2 points have the same X coordinate, you could look down through them and see which ones have the same which 2 have the same Y coordinate. These 2 have the same Y coordinate, and that's because they're on the same Y line. Their Y coordinate is going to be 2, okay? And this one right here is H. So that would be H and G. All right, let's come down here and let's label these points. These are not very difficult at all. I am certain that you guys are starting to get these down. Okay, so J, 2, 6, run 2, jump 6, put your J. Then for K, they want you to go the opposite way. So for K, they want you to run 6 and jump 2. And I want you to notice how they are different points. You do not get to the same place. Okay, so whether you run or you jump first matters. Okay, number 9, run 4, jump 5, put your point, and that is L. For number 10, run nothing, jump 8, put your point, that's an M. For number 11, run 3, jump 9, all the way to the top line, that's your N. Then for 12, you've got 6, 6, run 6, up 6, and you're going to put a V there. Then for 13, we've got 1, 4, run 1, jump 4, P. For 14, run 5, jump nothing. So start at 0, run 5, don't jump at all, and that is your Q. For 15, you're going to run 7, jump 3, and that'll put you R right there. For 16, run 7, jump 8, all the way up to here is S. For T, run 8, jump run. So start at the 8, at the origin, run 8, jump 1, and that's point T. And for 18, run 3, jump 3, run 3, jump 3. Notice how for every single one of these, I am putting a point. I'm not just putting the number at the intersection of the lines. I do not want you to do that. I want you to draw a point, okay? Because it says to label the point, and you can't label the point unless you draw the point. Okay, now this is something we haven't done in the past, but you're not done. Flip. I want to try some of these harder problems on the back, okay? So this is 786 on the back. I promise it won't take too long. I know how y'all hate to do the back of something. All right, here we go. So how is graphing 0, 2 different from graphing 2, 0? Well, that's easy. One is run jump, one is run 0, jump 2, one is run 0, jump 2, one is run 2, jump 0. Okay? They would end up in different places. So you could say this is the run and this is the jump. And you could say that this is the run and that this is the jump. And honestly, guys, I don't need you to write anything more complicated than that. All right, this is just a 4th grade skills review. It won't hurt anything. Shane took a test that had a total of 21 items. He got about 3/4 of the items correct. So to find 3/4 of 21, you say 3/4 of 21. And when you have to solve these, you put a 1 under 21 and you just multiply. All right, so 3 times 21 is 63. 4 times 1 is 4 underneath. And then you can turn, since it's improper, it's got a big fat head, you can take 63, divide it by 4. 4 goes into 63 one time, multiply back. Bring this down, you get 2. Bring this down, you get 23. 4 goes into 23 15 times, multiply back. You get a remainder of 3. Now, the question says about how many items did he get correct? It's about 15. You don't need to worry about the leftovers, okay? Got about 15 correct. Okay. This question, it says higher order thinking. So I want you to just bear with me for a second on this. It says point C is located at 10, 3. And point D is located at 4, 3. Okay, I want you guys to just come over here just like this. Draw a line right here. And I want you to just kind of put your origin. I want you to just kind of eyeball this. I want you to run over to 10. Let's just pretend this is 10. And go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, label it 10, 3. Okay? Then I want you to come over here and I want you to... we're going to make this, okay, and that's C. Then I want you to graph point D. Point D is located at 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just say that it's just about there. Okay, 4, 3. And this is going to be D. Okay? So what it's asking is, what's the difference between these two? How far away is this one from this one? Well, they have the same x coordinate, so the same y coordinate, so don't worry about that. Well, how far away is 4 from 10? Well, easy. The difference is 10 minus 4. It's 6 spaces away. It's 6 spaces away from it. Easy enough, okay? I'm not going to have you do this one today for the purposes of time. All right, let's move on up. Graph the points below on the grid at the right, okay? So let's go ahead and graph A at 2, 4. Run 2, up 4, put an A. B is 1, 2. Put the dot, put the B. C is 2, 0. Run 2, jump none, put your C. D is 3, 0. Start at 0, run 3, jump nothing. That's D. E is run 4, jump 2, and that should be your E. And F is 3, 4, run to the 3, jump to the 4, and this is F. Now, if I have a minute here, I want you to come under here. I want you to go over here, and I want you to write X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. Then underneath this row, I want you to write X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. All right. So if I ask you a question, and the question says, which 2 points have the same X coordinate? You're going to come over here, and you're going to look for the ones that have the same, because if you've got X and Y, you're looking for the ones that have the same first number. So which ones have the same first number? Boom. D and F have the same X. So you can write same X, D and F. Okay? Miss Rose, that's not even on the math sheet. I know, but it will be on the test, so I want you to know it. Okay? If I ask you which 2 coordinates have the same Y, you're going to come over here and you're going to look for the ones that have the same second number. There it is. There it is. So the same Y is B and E. They have the same Y. All right. So it says here, Alejandro wants to connect the points to form a shape. What would be the most appropriate tool for him to use? Now, some of you have this at your house. This is a ruler. Some of you don't have this at your house. If you are a 100% virtual student, I am not going to be able to get you a ruler. If you are a A-week student, when you come back to school, I'm going to give you a ruler, okay? In the meantime, just find something straight that you can use to trace with. So what I want you to do then is I want you to just connect the points, okay? Sorry, let me move my coffee out of the way so I don't make a mess for you guys. Sorry, I'm filming this at 4 o'clock in the morning because I could not sleep last night because I felt like you guys needed a little bit more practice on graphing points. So I figured I'd wake up and we'd try a different approach. Okay? All right. So I drew a shape here. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? This is a hexagon. All right? And the last one down here, it says, Talia draws a map of her neighborhood on a coordinate grid. It shows the school at at 1-6. So run 1, go up 6, and put your school there. The house is at 4-3. Run 4, jump 3, you can put the house there. The library is at 7-2. Run 7, jump 2, and put the library there. So they just wanted you to graph and label it, all right? Another question that you guys might get that that we haven't really gotten into, if I ask you what point on this graph is 1 space away from the y-axis, 1 space away from the y-axis. So if I ask you that, this right here is the y-axis. The top to bottom side line is the y-axis. What point is 1 space away from that? Well, S is 1 space away from the y-axis. What if I asked you what point was 2 spaces away from the x-axis? Well, this is the x-axis. See how the arrow is pointing at the x, and the L is 2 spaces away from the x-axis. Okay, so questions like that will come up too, so it's important that you know how to do those. What I would like for you to do now, I have decided, since that took so long, that I am not going to have you do page 787 today. You will just do 785 and the back 786, and I want you to post a video. And when you post your video, I want you to show me the front and the back. So you'll hold it up and then you'll flip it over and you'll show me both, okay? I don't need 2 videos, just 1, and you can shoot the front and the back. Okay, so for today, the things that you're supposed to have handled, you're supposed to